Hey guys, this is a video about taking apart the Tippmann 12 ball mag, just in case you need to clean it because you got a ball break in it, or you're just curious to see what the parts look like inside. It's up to you. I got requested to do this video by Tyler Green. He wanted me to show you guys how to take it apart and put it back together. So it's basically just going to be a disassembly and reassembly video. So hopefully this answers all your questions, Tyler. If you have any more, just send me a message and I'll do the best I can to help you out. Alright? So I'm going to bring you guys in for a closer view and we'll start taking it apart. Okay guys, so here's the 12 ball mags. Now mine are going to be a little bit different because I cut off the mag pulls just because I'm not a fan of the mag pulls and I don't use them. So I just cut them off, so just to prove to you guys that they are still Tippmann 12 ball mags. They just look a little bit different. I just want to show you guys that they're still the 12 ball mags, just in case you think that they're different mags. So first you're going to need a screwdriver. Right here I'm using number 1 star. What you're going to have to do is take out the 6 screws, and then you just break it in half basically. Okay, so once you've done all the 6 screws, set them to the side, make sure you don't lose them. And now you're going to have to flick up this little switch. It's kind of like the same as they have on the Zeta mags, but there's only one on this one. So if you can't get it with your finger, use like a flathead screwdriver or something skinny enough to make it pop up. And once you get that done, all you have to do is basically just break it in half, just pull it apart, and the 2 halves will come apart. I would hold in the receiver just so not everything pops out and you don't lose anything. Just hold it with your finger and then split it open in half. So there it is, they're opened. This is the half with the boot on the bottom. This is the half that you're not going to use when you reassemble it, just because there's one part on the other half that you will need when reassembling it. So just make sure when you are putting it back together, this is the part that you use, not this one, this one right here. So you got your spring, your receiver, then you got your stick, I guess you can call it. I don't know. Then you got this big triangle, funny looking piece, and then you got this very small spring. Make sure you don't lose this spring, because if you lose this spring, you won't be able to use your mag at all. So make sure you don't lose it or your mag will be absolutely useless. So just set it to the side, be careful with it and don't lose it. Next you'll have the skinny blue spring. That's near the top of the mag. Make sure you don't lose that one either. And then you got the ball detent, which holds the balls in the mag when they're all compressed. So you have 7 parts. It's pretty good. Tippmann was very good with it. They made it very simple. Only 7 parts inside the entire mag. So do whatever you had to do to the mag. If you have to clean it, you just want to look at the parts, up to you. I would suggest if you want to clean it, run underneath hot water just because it's made of plastic. And then just dry it with microfiber cloth or something like that. So when you're going to reinstall it, what I would do, well, first of all, make sure you use the non-boot half. Alright, so just set the boot half to the side. So first I'm going to put the little spring in. That's why you need this half, is that spring has to go in that place there. So I'm going to put the stick in. Then next I'm going to take the funny triangle shaped piece, put that in. Now the stick has to slide into the piece of it. And then next you put your spring. So what you're going to have to do is lift up the triangle just a little bit, place the spring on the circle, and then the triangle piece will have a little circle in it to drop onto the arm of the spring. There's only one way it's going to fit properly, so you can't really mess that up. Now it might take a little time of fidgeting with it just because it's a little awkward with the triangle piece. Now I'm going to try to show you guys here. Once I get a couple seconds. Yeah, so it's very hard to see just because it's black on black, but there's a very tiny dot on the triangle. That's where the arm of the spring goes through. So then next, you're going to take the blue spring, place it in the notch of the stick, which is near the top. Like I said, guys, this is black on black, so sorry. It's kind of almost impossible to see the high detail of it. So you just push it in there. Don't fidget around with the stick too much, because if you fidget around with the stick too much, the spring will pop out, and it's kind of very tense there, so it'll just pop out and it'll go flying, and then you'll lose it. Next is the ball detent. Make sure you use the flat head piece, because there's going to be a flat rectangle piece on the top, and on the other half of it, it's going to be like a ball detent shape. The ball detent shape you want facing inwards the mag, and then the flat piece facing outside the mag. So you place that in the top. It should slide right into a piece, and it should just be touching the top of the blue spring. So once it's all in, make sure you hold the place. I like to hold where the blue spring is touching the stick, just because that's where all the tension is coming from. Then you grab the other half with the boot, then you just place it right on top, and it should clip right in. Now don't press the top of the mag too much, just so it doesn't click in the notch, the clip on top, because you're going to have to slide in your spring and receiver. So I'll slide in the spring now. Alright, then you just place the receiver on the top of the spring. Doesn't matter which end of the spring it is. Now on the receiver, there's going to be 3 prongs on it, 2 on one on each side, and then one in like the middle of the mag. Make sure the one in the middle of the mag is facing out of the mag, so it's not facing all the back of the mag, I guess you could say. Because if it goes in there that way, you'll only get to have to use half the mag, and then it'll jam because that prong will get stuck halfway up the mag. So once you place it in, push it all the way in, just give it about past your first knuckle probably, and then close up the mag half. Just clip it in, and the top piece should clip. Then you can give it a test by just pushing the finger in, and you'll see that the spring tension is working. Then once you have that set, you just have to put the 6 screws back in, and then don't over tighten them, just tighten them till they stop turning without you giving too much force. Alright, and once you're done with putting the 6 screws back in, you're almost done. You're not done quite yet though, just because sometimes if you tighten the screws too much, the spring will not retract all the way back up once it's condensed. So what I would suggest to do, as you can see on my tech mat there, I have a Zeta Mag rod. If you don't have one, just find like a squeegee that's clean, or try with your finger. It's up to you. Just you gotta push the receiver all the way down, and then release the mag with using like an Allen key or whatever it is with the pressure switch. So here's my ZeniMag rod I'm going to use now. So I just click it in, you hear it click, and just to make sure that it's working all the way, I'm going to use my Allen key and pop it back open, and then there it is, retracting back up. So now if there is a problem where it gets stuck halfway, it's just because the screws, one of the 6 screws are too tight. So all you have to do is just slowly loosen each one with it stuck in the middle, the receiver, and you'll eventually, if you get the right screw, it'll just pop back up and it'll be all set to go. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. If you guys have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comments below, and hope you guys enjoy the videos that are soon to come. Hope to see you on the field. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And also, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to ask. And I hope to see you on the field.